everyone's talking about autonomous vehicles and, of course, AI. But when you mix those two together, is this a revolution or is this really a risk to you on the road? As Trump's deregulating AI and autonomous vehicles, there are a ton of hurdles to self-driving cars that no one's talking about, starting with the insurance. Who's going to cover that? How about all the hackers that nobody talks about? Because if they hack your vehicle, we're going to have a huge crash fest. And then the weather. But if you hit a snowstorm, you hit a sandstorm, in a hurricane, whatever it might be, you can't drive your vehicle or it can't drive itself. So as America is entering into a new technological era, it's not creeping in quietly. It's roaring in on the scene, and President Trump is behind the wheel, steering the nation toward a future of driving by artificial intelligence. It's also about autonomous cars. His aggressive deregulation strategy promises to reshape everything from how we commute or how we innovate, but while some call it a long overdue acceleration of American ingenuity, others see it as a dangerous race without brakes or heading toward a ditch. That we don't know yet. There's a lot more to this, but first I want to remind you to like this video and subscribe to this channel to keep up with what's going on in the automotive world. And here's a quick word from our video sponsor. If you have digestive issues, it could be caused by a toxin that's in all of those so-called healthy foods that scientists have been telling us to eat with the fraudulent food pyramid for decades. According to Dr. Gundry, a world-renowned cardiologist, this is affecting millions of people nationwide. Warning signs include weight gain and fatigue, digestive discomfort, and stiff joints, even skin problems. Dr. Gundry explains these side effects, which are often mistaken for normal signs of aging because of digestive issues, usually develop over a matter of years and sometimes even decades. The good news is you can easily help fix the problem from your own home, and it's very simple. You just have to know which foods are actually healthy and which ones contain those potential hidden toxins. So you can find out for yourself at gutcleanseprotocol.com/car. After years of research, Dr. Gundry has released an informative video to the public, free, and showcasing exactly which foods you need to avoid. Go find that video at gutcleanseprotocol.com/car or click the link in the description below. On January 23, 2025, Trump signed an executive order 14179, removing barriers for American leadership in artificial intelligence. Sounds great on the surface. It's a direct rebuke to President Biden's more cautious 2023 framework, which emphasized risk, fairness, and guardrails. Well, Trump's message is clear. The time for hesitation is over. And if America wants to lead in AI and autonomous vehicles, we can't afford to be second-guessing by bureaucrats or slowed by overregulation. But again, as I keep saying, and I'm going to keep bringing this up, we still have hackers to deal with. You can fix everything else, but you can't fix the weather and you can't fix the hackers. Everybody's tried a firewall and no one's got a permanent solution, not even the government. So the question now is, will this bold move usher in a new golden era of American innovation or create a technological free-for-all with unforeseen consequences? I hope it's not the latter. But at the heart of Trump's AI and AV strategy is a belief in private sector innovation. He's betting that removing government red tape will ignite breakthroughs in transportation, medicine, logistics, and national security. That all sounds good. We're all in for that, as long as it's done smartly. But Trump's executive order instructed all federal agencies to identify regulations holding back AI development and eliminate them. Following that, the Office of Management and Budget released its two major memos, M25-21 and 2522, which restructured how federal agencies approach AI adoption. These memos not only encourage rapid AI implementation, but also require agencies to prioritize U.S.-made technology and avoid ideological bias in AI design and its outcomes. Now, under this framework, AI officers in government agencies are expected to act as innovative enablers, not compliance watchdogs. I'm a little concerned about all this because when you let a computer think for a human, there are always negatives to this. The Department of Transportation is overhauling how autonomous vehicles are approved by public roads. There's been a huge push and demand from car manufacturers for this as well, and they're finally reacting. But it's not over with yet. The NHTSA exemption process is being revised to allow companies to deploy autonomous vehicles without traditional safety hardware like steering wheels and pedals. Personally, that's an amusement ride. I'm out. If I want that, I'll go to Disney. But previously limited to 2,500 units per year, companies may soon be able to deploy significantly more under the administrative's direction. This is a major win for autonomous vehicle developers like Tesla, Waymo, Cruise, Zoox, and there's a few others out there, many of whom are already operating AV pilot programs across the United States. The Department of Government Efficiency, known as DOGE, was previously run by Elon Musk and even Vivek Ramaswamy for a while, but he's now working on getting in charge of Ohio, is pushing for even higher deployment caps to fast-track AV integration into daily life. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if I want to be in a street with a bunch of cars with no one behind the wheel. Again, you can put your comments down below. I'm sure they'll be brilliant. Trump's deregulation strategy isn't just about internal reform. It's a calculated move in the global tech arms race. By loosening domestic restrictions, the U.S. hopes to maintain dominance over international rivals like China's DeepSeek, which is rapidly advancing in low-cost AI technologies. The administration is tightening export controls on high-performance AI chips like NVIDIA and investing heavily in homegrown AI infrastructure. The $500 billion Stargate program, a public-private venture between OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank, will establish massive AI data centers to ensure America's lead in the global AI frontier. This could be very interesting. There are major upsides to this approach. For one, AI and AVs offer real solutions to real problems. A lot of people can't drive for whatever reason, and this could get them to their destination safely without just calling a cab with who knows who's behind the wheel. And AI can transform healthcare, education, and manufacturing, while autonomous vehicles could drastically reduce traffic fatalities, lower transportation costs, and even boost economic growth. According to NHTSA, 94% of traffic accidents are caused by human error. Lots of distractions in this world, but removing the driver from the equation could save thousands of lives every year. Or they could all take driver ed classes, which we've covered in the past because many people haven't taken a driver ed class since they were 16. Time to go back to school. But beyond that, AVs could cut commuting times and reduce congestion through smart, optimized traffic routing. And the only way that's going to work is if every single car is autonomous. As long as there's a human in the mix behind the steering wheel, those results won't happen. A 2021 study by the American Trucking Associations estimated that autonomous trucks could save the logistics industry $85 billion annually. But personally, I'd rather have a truck driver behind the wheel, although they're already using autonomous trucks out there from the port to the warehouse, so you might see that on the road. Don't freak out. Now, companies like Waymo already provide over 150,000 driverless rides per week, and the number is expected to skyrocket. With looser federal oversight, expect a surge in robotaxis, delivery vehicles, and long-haul trucks that drive themselves. Little concerning. Let's hope they've got controls on all this. But even the consumer wins here, because AVs could make ride-hailing services 30 to 50% cheaper than traditional options. I'm in for that. But that could mean more freedom and lower costs for millions of Americans. But progress without prudence can lead to chaos and tragedy. Critics argue that Trump's approach goes way too far and way too fast. NHTSA's plan to eliminate crash data reporting for AVs has set off alarm bells among the safety advocates. We just covered this with Tesla and not wanting to release that information. You can check that out on our channel. And this includes the Center for Auto Safety. They're pushing for this too. They say without transparency, failures will be hidden until the catastrophic event forces public scrutiny. Again, I keep talking about these hackers. If they hack and there's a huge accident, we're all going to want to know the answers. We don't want it hidden. And just like the 2023 Cruise robotaxi accident in San Francisco, where a self-driving car dragged a pedestrian for 20 feet before stopping, that's a problem. Plus, we've had a death before with an Uber in Arizona. Now, the rollback of the Biden-era AI guidelines means fewer safeguards against the algorithmic bias, privacy violations, and ethical misuse. Without checks, AI systems could make flawed decisions in areas like hiring, credit scoring, or even law enforcement. I'm not looking forward to that. But the Trump administration's focus on removing ideological bias might appease critics of woke tech. But it also risks stripping away necessary equity protections, which we all would like to have some protections before they just put these vehicles on the road. States like California and Colorado are enacting their own rules for AVs and AI, creating a regulatory minefield for companies. For example, California, who else? 2024 AI Transparency Act directly clashes with federal deregulatory efforts, setting up legal showdowns that could paralyze national innovation. They're always the ones, aren't they? Before we talk about fully autonomous roads, let's clear up some confusion. The Society of Automotive Engineers, SAE, which I've been a decades member of, defines 6 levels now of vehicle automation, from level 0, no automation, to level 5, fully autonomous, no pedals, no steering wheels. That's a problem. But let me break this down for you because it's important for you to know when you listen to all these car brands talk about what they're offering. Level 0, no automation, no intervention. The vehicle may alert you of a danger, but it won't act on its own and push you back in the lane or give you any sort of additional support. Level 1, driver assistance. The system might control either steering or braking, but not both at the same time. Think like active cruise control. Level 2, which is where most vehicles are today, that's partial automation. The vehicle can steer and control speed, but the driver must stay alert and ready to take over at any moment. Most modern driver assistance systems fall here. That would be Super Cruise or Blue Cruise, Pro Driver Assist, many of the systems that are available on cars today. Level 3, conditional automation. There's only one brand that is working on this now, and that's Mercedes-Benz. Everybody else is working toward level 3, even though I know Tesla says they're already at level 4. That's a whole nother conversation, but the fact is, no one's at level 4 and available to drive on the road today. Level 3 is conditional automation. The car can drive itself in limited scenarios, but may suddenly hand control back to the driver. Mercedes-Benz currently offers a limited version of this, but only below 40 miles an hour. Level 4, high automation. No driver needed within defined geofenced areas. Companies like Waymo and Zoox are already testing level 4 robotaxis in very limited zones. Level 5, full automation. The vehicle drives itself under any condition on any road without a steering wheel or pedals. This is their goal, but no manufacturer has achieved it yet, even though I know robo-taxis have just started to roll out. They're still having some issues, but we're not there yet. The Trump administration is planning a national AI action plan later this year based on public input, so your input will be important. And meanwhile, automakers are pressing the Department of Transportation, the DOT, to allow even more AV testing and deployment, and the White House is likely to support it. Whether you love or loathe Trump's policies, the reality is this. These decisions will directly affect how you live, work, and travel. Your next taxi might not have a driver. Your doctor may rely on AI for diagnosis. I hope they don't, actually. But your kids could grow up in a world where driving is optional. I'm not a fan of that. My kids love to drive, and I hope yours do too. But the real question isn't if this revolution is coming. It's how we shape it. Should we demand more safety oversight or trust the market to sort it out? Should innovation be slowed to protect against mistakes or unleashed to compete with China's aggressive advancements? You, the American consumer and voter, will help determine the answer. So stay informed, stay engaged, and understand that this isn't just about technology. It's about how much control you're willing to give to machines and how much you still want your own hands on your own vehicle. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this, and check out our car review channel, Car Smarts. You can support me by buying me a cup of coffee, and if you want even more content, check out the links in the description. I'm Lauren Fix. Thank you so much for watching.